Uh, um, could you tell me what the fundamental difference is between the standard threshold value comparator and the window comparator? Actually, it is already explained in the lecture slides. So I will demonstrate it for you right here to clarify exactly what that difference is. Let me take a simple example. The first type of switching behavior we see, we refer to as a threshold. Yes, a threshold. For instance, if we look at an example, we just set the pressure. Let's say we decide to set the operating pressure, for instance, to a value of 5 bar. Now moving on, if we happen to select the threshold mode, it essentially means that our switching behavior will look more or less something like this. So this one is off, this one is on, and this one is also on, right? So this one is off and this one is on. So this sensor will provide an on feedback signal whenever the set pressure is 5 bar or anything above that. Now, for this specific configuration, if we establish a threshold and our signal is set to normally open. Normally open simply means that as long as it hasn't yet reached the pressure level we've defined, the signal remains off, right? Now, within this threshold mode, we also have the option to configure it to normally close. That essentially means it functions in the exact opposite way. So until the pressure reaches 5 bars, the signal will be on. Once it reaches 5 bars, it is going to turn itself off. So we can choose the set pressure we want later, okay? And we can also set whether we want our signal to be normally open or normally closed on the sensor. So this is the threshold mode. Another one we have is window comparator mode. Okay, so this is window comparator mode. To put it simply, in threshold mode, we consider it a single set point or a single set pressure. In window comparator mode, to put it simply, it has two distinct switching points or set pressure levels. It has an SP minimum and an SP maximum. Okay, so for example, for window mode, window comparator mode. Okay, so for example, normally open as well. So we have SP min, for example, 4 bar, for example. And SP max 5 bars. Okay, understand, right? The resulting diagram is going to end up looking something like this. So SP minimum is 4 bar